Hi, my name is Jassy.
Hi, my name is Miguel.
Hey there everyone, I'm Patty.
And I'm Brandon, and we are the Plymals.
Hey guys, I'm Omar.
And I'm Meredith, and we are Los Rodriguez.
We got married last year in September. September what?
28.
We got married on October 5th, 2019 at Alatoona Yacht Club in Ackworth, Georgia.
And we just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about MSP and Mavis and David, and just talk to you about our experience with them on our wedding day.
Now, before we decided who our photographers were going to be, my wife and I, Meredith, we actually talked about David and Mavis.
Well, a common friend of ours, they knew that we were in the process of planning the wedding, and he kind of brought up to my attention that they had a photographer that they knew did an amazing job for them.
We were really struggling when we were trying to figure out who we were going to choose as our photographer, and nervous about if they were going to capture, the pictures that we wanted, if we were going to be able to work with them and feel comfortable with them.
We had a chance to work with them before we got married. We did our engagement photos.
And we started the whole planning from there. We actually met in person to kind of break the ice.
But before that,
we did a FaceTime.
we had a FaceTime with them. Yeah.
And then having met them and worked with them, it was just such a tremendous experience. It was easy, it flowed, we were able to talk to them like we hung out for years.
I remember that day we even had mimosas.
Yeah.
And we were actually not talking about photos at all until like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was more like engaging with us and like, how are we doing, like who are we? So they were more into getting to know us instead of like selling us a product.
Talking to my family, they all said that they, loved the photographers, and that they didn't even really notice that they were the photographers at first, because they were in, like formal wear. They weren't in all black like typical photographers. They were in their dress, and David was in a suit, and so they looked great.
Our family would say that they felt super comfortable with both David and Mavis.
And they just blended in. They just blended into the group. Like, they just became friends.
They made everybody just feel comfortable in front of the camera. I know it's sometimes awkward for family members because it's always the poses and standing up straight and trying to look straight, but definitely Mavis really helped to kind of loosen everybody's nerves and make us feel all welcome and comfortable.
Not only on the professional, but also on the personal. They made sure that the family we had there were kind of, set.
Yeah, I think that was one of the biggest things that I really enjoyed about having Mavis and David there, is that they just kind of blended into our, wedding party. They were just like friends that we had invited that happened to be photographers. It wasn't like two people standing there awkwardly in different places. It was just that they were, a part of the wedding, and it was just so natural and it flowed so well that I think that's something that we really cherish as far as the experience that we had with them on our wedding day.
And also, not to mention, they're bilingual. So for our families, it was very important that we had photographers that were able to communicate with my family and then also Omar's family as well in Spanish. And that also just made everybody feel even more comfortable.
And everybody who interacted with them just mentioned after the fact, after the wedding was over, how much they loved being around them and how much they loved their energy.
That's right, and I'm gotta tell you, we got so much great feedback from our family, from our friends, and not only that, the wedding coordinator was also able to work with them very well. They were very organized. They just talked about their strategies, best ways to enhance the experience.
The best part for me when we got to our engagement photo shoot is that they were super chill. They were not like, hey, you're 10 minutes late, you're 20 minutes late. They were like, hi, how are you? Oh my God, you look beautiful. They make us feel like superstars.
So throughout the day, Mavis, the lead photographer, she would tell us how she wanted us to pose and what she wanted us to do. And I personally had always been very uncomfortable in photos, just because I didn't really know how to stand or what to do with my hands, or like, pockets, side, crossed arm, whatever. And Mavis like every photo, she was like, okay, this is how you should do it, and you should put it in your pocket this much, and kind of bend your elbow. And so it was really easy to do and really easy to follow her instructions.
It's funny that they kind of taught us and kind of prepare us. Cause I've never been good taking pictures, and something my wife said is that, you know, they taught us about the lighting, body language, how to expose, how to even make the candid moments come alive.
They're just so much fun, and there's so much laughter that just came out of everything. I mean, David loves to crack jokes, and Mavis is always looking to find the most creative ways to come out with the best photo shoots. I mean, they just work as a team.
And David does, you know, a great job with putting us in the right light and making sure that everything looks together and natural. And he even went down into this river where we were getting some amazing shots, and we felt horrible because his shoes were getting all muddy.
Yeah, his nice shoes.
Yeah, really nice shoes. And he didn't, you know, make it any, like, he just didn't bother with any of it. He was all about getting the shot, and he just made us feel so comfortable and putting us in the right place and working really hard to get us in those weird environments.
The engagement between the two of them, like, I don't really feel like Mavis is photographer number one or David photographer number two. For me, they're both like equally the same. They're both amazing. Like,
David may be the backup or the secondary, but he really does add value to the team. And Mavis, her biggest asset is her creativity. She is just phenomenal.
One of the things too that we loved about them is that we had some ideas with this venue of the shots we wanted. Like Patty said, there was a beautiful river and rocks out in the middle, and we thought it would be great to get some shots on those rocks, but we didn't think it would be possible just with everything. But they, you know, were like, oh yeah, that's fine, we can totally do that. And they like got us down the ladder and got us out onto the rocks. Patty in her heels, and me in my slick dress shoes. I mean, it was you know, very impressive, and like we were like blown away with some of the shots they were able to get. And that's something that, you know, looking back, that we really cherish, because that's like a, you know,
it was an experience.
Yeah, an experience, and something that we wouldn't have gotten to do had Mavis and David not taken that initiative to get us out there and to do it.
This team together makes such a great team that there's no doubt that they will go very far, and we're just blessed to have had them to be our photographers.
The bounce of each other.
Yes.
I think that they make the complete, I would say, team.
they're the best team.
Ladies, if you're like me, I'm super uncomfortable in front of the camera. I clam up even more than I already do. But Mavis, she brings out just this inner beauty. She knows what to say. She knows how your body moves before you even know how it moves. So ladies, listen to what Mavis is advising you to do, because she will definitely tell you where to put your hands, where to look, when to laugh, when to do all these tricks of the trade.
Yeah, and they literally help us throughout the entire process. Like, they even help us with our outfits. Like, I was when I was dress shopping for my engagement photo shoot, I was like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And they were like answering like right there and then. It wasn't like 3 days later waiting for a text message. They were like with us. I sent him like, hey, what do you think about Miguel's outfit with this? So like, they literally help us through the entire process.
They were very organized, and they were just very, very exceptional in all that they did and provided.
My brother was running late, and he was my best man, and so whenever they came in, I had their suits and was trying to help them get dressed and trying to help them tie their ties and all this stuff. Meanwhile, also trying to like maintain my calm and make sure that everything else was going okay. And David was there with me and the guys, and you know, all throughout the whole time he was just very calm about it, and you know, was talking back and forth with Mavis and readjusting the schedule of which shots we could get with the people that we had there. And so I think we did end up changing the timeline a little bit that morning to get the shots that we wanted, and that was, you know, all David and thinking on his feet and being there with me. And he even jumped in to help tie my brother's tie at one point, because I was just trying to work on getting myself ready, and I told my brother, I can't get you and me ready, and David was just like, here, let me get that for you.
And on that day, yeah, just pretty much they came more than just a photographer. To me, David was like a superhero. During the wedding, you know, it was an exhausting day because it was pictures taken from the beginning
They
of the
were
day.
taking care of me, giving me water.
She kind of had a situation where she fainted in the in the reception of the wedding. I guess the dehydration and the combination of stress kind of got to us almost at the end of the day. And let me tell you,
David saved me.
Saved the day.
And so it was just awesome to see that we didn't just get photographers, but we got to have some really awesome, cool guests at our wedding who just happened to be, taking these really cool pictures too.
And I've never seen someone so fast to get Gatorades and things to help us out as he did. And not only did they actually did that for us, but Mavis kind of maintained the composure of the party to make sure that no one else panicked throughout the whole thing. She was still up there taking shots. She captured every moment until the end of it, which kind of for us was special because we were not able to enjoy the whole thing, but we were able to enjoy it in a way because of the image that she was able to capture.
Yes, having these two people, these two great folks, just come to your wedding and just really provide the vibration, the excitement, the love, the Colombian and the Cuban mix. Everything just comes out so great, and they're just a great couple to work with.
They've been through the process, so they understand the process of getting married, and they know what.
They're human.
They're human, exactly.
So I think I can speak for both of us when I say, looking back on our wedding, we couldn't be happier with the work and the talent that Mavis and David put into our, special moment and this huge milestone that we had.
Yes. So bottom line, they're not only really our photographers now, they have become our friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think one thing that is stuck with me is that whenever you think back about your wedding day, when you're in the moment, there's so many things going on, so much to think about, so many people to see, that you don't really have time to enjoy every moment that's happening, and you don't really remember everything that's happening.
Every time I see somebody getting pictures or something, I'm like, I have a photographer for you.
Yeah.
They're amazing. There's the price is not even high. They break it down for you so you don't feel overwhelmed because they understand.
So Mavis and David, cheers.
And we love them. We will recommend them more, not 100%, 20,000%.
Yeah.
But I think with their photos, they captured the whole day, and it's so special to look back on those photos.
Thank you so much, David and Mavis, for the many years of photography and capturing our most beautiful moments. And cheers to many, many more with you both.
And again, thank you, Mavis.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, David. Los queremos. We're super, super happy that your guys are in our life.
Yeah. We saw them, we were having fun on the dance floor with, my family and your family, and it's just such a great experience to be able to look back at those photos, and they captured the day so well that it's a special memory, and it's something that we'll cherish forever.
Yeah.
Thank you.